How you doing, everyone? Welcome to Let's Get Stream. What I have with me right now is a Babolat Pure Control. Not sure what year it is, but it's a 16 by 20 string pattern. 330 gram of weight. Wow, such a heavy racket. 66 RA it says on here as the flex. Balance of 31 centimeters. And inertia. Wow. This racket is old because I haven't seen any racket that will print the swing weight on there, which is the inertia. Swing weight of 300. Don't know if that's strung or unstrung. Well, I'm gonna say that it's unstrung swing weight of 300, since they put the unstrung weight on here too. 330 unstrung weight. So those of you that know about this racket, please comment below. And without further ado, let's get it strung. He's going with the Prince Tour Extra Response 17. It's a round poly at 54 pounds today. The butt cap, it does have a trap door, but it doesn't look like it's ever been opened. Okay, I'm going by this, my mounting markings on here. This side is the throat, this is the head. At 54 pounds with no pre-stretch. $1620 string pattern, so it's got an extra cross string. I just made myself a big mess. Hopefully it'll be alright. I forgot to read what size head this is, but it doesn't look like it's a 300 square inch to me. The shape of the head is kind of oval, if you can see. Looks like some kind of rackable racket. So this racket has 4 grommet holes in the throat. We'll start stringing from the head. 4 sets of total of 8 grommet holes in the throat. I'm sorry. Farsightedness. Yeah, this is the customer's own string. I had it with him. He was not 100% sure if he should use it or pick from any one of my strings. I said, since you got it on you, why not just use it? Simple as that. It makes sense if he already bought it and brought it with him and not use it. Strung his other racket with Lynx Tour. I think it's 4 pounds also. The response from that string will be quite different than this round string, that's for sure. He says he plays doubles. First time customer. Hopefully he'll come back next time as well. Does feel pretty soft in the hand though. He says he likes really stiff strings. Stiff and dead, he says. Hopefully he'll like that Lynx Tour. Pretty, feels pretty stiff to string. For my fingers even, that Lynx Tour. It's 6-sided string. Shaped strings will give you more control, more spin and power, launch angle. Round strings for people with more flat. In general, but if you're good, you can make any string work. Yeah, this string doesn't feel that stiff to me in my hand. It feels very comfortable. Almost feels like a thin Hyper G soft. It's making my hands slick too. Maybe there's some kind of lubrication or slick coating that they put on there, which is good. It'll help the poly snap back better. Okay, for the 8th string, we're skipping the 8th grommet hole and use the 9th grommet hole instead for both the head side as well as the throat side. Extra 10% tie off knot tension added. Same thing for this side. Sounds good. Okay, let's go ahead with the cross string. It's too long, so I'm gonna cut it out a little bit. I start my crosses from the 11th grommet hole, and I don't start from the first cross. I start from the 3rd cross and then work backwards. This will remove the most wear from string to string friction when I weave the string. Because instead of weaving the entire length of the cross strings through these mains and wearing the mains out, or wearing both the mains and the crosses out, I'm only weaving through the first portion of the strings. Okay, I missed my hole just now. So this is the 10th grommet hole, right? Yes. So I go from 11th grommet hole to the 10th grommet hole to the 8th grommet hole. for my first string, first cross. I still have yet to string one piece, but one of these days I'll try it. Right now I'm just doing it the way that I've been doing it most comfortably. No reason changing how I do it. When it's working. When something works, don't fix it. And I tighten the tension from the second cross. Tighten up my clamp just ever so slightly. Okay, so from the 4th string onward, I'm weaving through this whole entire remaining length of the cross strings. I mean, from the long end, from the opposite end, I mean. Let me pull the tension on the 1st string now. I've added 10% extra tile knot tension. And I'm tying it off at the 9th grommet hole. Actually, it doesn't fit. The 9th one doesn't fit, so I'm tying it off at the 11th grommet hole. Okay. Using Parnell knot. I'm sorry, did I say Parnell? This is Wilson Pro knot. Weave this through first. stuff like this, double weaving, that's wearing the string, so I have to try to avoid that. Instead of doing a soft weave, I'm doing a hard weave right now because there's tension going the opposite way. That's why it's always easier to weave one ahead before you tension the current string. Like right now, I'm supposed to tension this string. I pre-weave the next string while the main strings are the up and down. It's going the same way of the least resistance. I like how the clamps release by itself like that. That's with the gravity release function working at its best. I find that in order to prevent it from getting stuck is that when you clamp off the previous string, when you clamp off the string, you have to clamp it toward, like in the direction toward me right now, because take for example, I'm about to pull tension and clamp off on this string, right? And then take a look at the next string. When the next string is pulled, it's going to force the previous string down against its grommet right here. You see? And therefore, in order for this clamp to release the easiest, you want to also push the clamp position down as far as possible. Whereas if you don't do that, then it's going to be too much resistance pushing up against the clamp. Okay, see, like that released perfectly. So I'll show you. Tension is pulled. I'm going to clamp it. Right, instead of just clamping it off right away like this, what I do is clamp it and kind of push it toward me right now. So, okay, push it toward me, or before you clamp off the base clamp, try like pulling it toward me. So that's what's been helping. All right, it's physics. Path of least resistance. That's a little bit tips and tricks for you. And the other thing that will help it release is actually just with a quick flip of the hand. All right, because I find that the little bit of vibration will help it drop, and then gravity release the base clamp like this. See this one? It didn't line up perfectly right below the cross string. Therefore, it's hung up. See? And then I just pushed it, then it dropped and then released. So again, I'm pushing it toward the handle, and right now before locking it. But when I do that, the downside is that it takes a little bit more time to do that extra step. So but over time, I should be able to speed up over time. I understand that on some other more expensive stringers you may not have to do that, but unfortunately that's just how these clamps work. Okay, let's see if this will drop easily. Nope, it didn't. So in this case, when it's hung up, I can pull the handle down and thereby unlocking the base clamp as well, like this. You gotta pull tension on that string first. Well, maybe that's why it didn't drop smoothly that time. But if you got any other tips and tricks to share with me on this particular machine or this type of clamp, feel free to comment below. I'm always learning new different things. Of course, if you don't have this particular machine or this clamp, your opinion may apply, it may not. It all depends. Let's see how quickly this one releases. See, it didn't drop hard enough to release the clamp. Clamp is the base clamp. So in this case, I have to push it down like that. Okay. Of course, I could press this release button, but the bad thing about doing that is that sometimes my finger will be in the way and I will hurt my knuckle with this lever snapping at my knuckle, and it hurts like crazy. That's why I don't want to be pressing that button if I don't have to. There's another easier way to press that button though. I've shown it in other videos. I can show it to you. I can show it to you again. Put this tension on here. Alright. Hopefully you can see it. Let me unlock this first. Okay, get this out of the way. Instead of just straight pressing this button and then have my finger in the way when it swings open and hurting my knuckle, I can push up against this lever first. Push it up first. And then unlock it. See? This way I didn't even have to press that button. See if it works on this side. See? It just unlocked without me pushing the button. Very nice, very nice. I just learned that today. Because I used to think that you have to press up, like in this case, before dropping the top clamp, I have to press up on this lever and then hit that release button, you see, and then let go. Then the base clamp unlocks. So there's different ways that these clamps will function. And I'm still, just today, I've just learned one more thing new on it. How I know about that previous method I just showed was from a fellow, not YouTuber. Actually, yeah, WYK, I think. He was, I started chatting with him on Talk Tennis forum, pt.tenniswarehouse.com, I think. He mentioned it, and then he followed up on making a short video on how he does that. So I learned from him. Now, if you're a pro stringer, you're knowledgeable and everything, but you don't have this particular machine or ever use this particular machine, you couldn't have taught me that. However, I've learned a lot of other general knowledge about stringing from pro stringers as well. This is the last string. Give it an extra tie off tension. So it's pulling at 59 pounds instead of 54. Now with this one, before I clamp it off, I'm pushing it the opposite way so that I can leave myself enough room for the tie-off knot, because it's kind of tight in this corner here. Let's check for any mistakes. Looks good. Tie it off. I like this tie off hole, nice and big. I looked at it from the side, make sure that it's not crossing over any existing strings. It's good for good aesthetics. Straighten out the crosses. A lot of smiley faces. I figured out why it looks like it curves one way, and when I switch it the opposite side, it's the opposite. It's because I think the lens from my glasses, it does different tricks. That's why I always have to flip it over at least 2 or 3 times to make sure I get it straight from one direction as well as the opposite direction. Either that or my freaking eyesight is crooked, which I doubt it. So when you can help it, don't wear glasses. Okay, let's see. It's a little bit more straightening to do with the mains. You want to adjust this right away, right after, because once it starts sitting crooked for a longer time, it's not going to get out of the dent that it creates. Very good. If you watched it this far, thank you very much for watching. Like and comment below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Happy stringing and happy playing. Springtime now, so hope you all win some tennis matches. Good luck to myself too. Take care.